Hey, what's good, y'all? Welcome to episode 129 of X2 Skips, the weekly patch notes. You know what I'm saying? Where we fill y'all in with all the patch notes of life in the world of gaming. And we have Max who's back. What's good, homie?
I've been better.
It's good to have you here, Doug. Gonna debate some heavy shit, I guess. You know, take it back to the usual. With us, we also have Kid Kojo. What's good, fam?
Chilling. What about you?
Full bloated as hell. All right, my boys, let's get right into it. As you all already know, before we get started, we get right into the announcements or anything that you need to bring up, like real quick. I've got anything.
Did you hear the news about One Piece?
I've heard many news about One Piece. What's happening?
Basically, which is the worst news possible. Next year, when they begin the next arc, they're going to reduce the episode count for the year. Next year, so the current arc right now is probably going to finish around December. And January, February, March is going to be a break. And the anime will resume the new arc in April, and it will only be 26 episodes for the year.
Okay.
I mean, they've started a 26 episode format, which is just balls.
Gives me time to catch up, dog. I'm not even gonna hate.
No, I'm pissed because we're literally edging closer to the end of One Piece, and now it's being artificially lengthened, where I would predict at the rate we're going to finish One Piece by possibly 2028, 2029. Now it feels like we're going to finish it at 2030 something, because mind you, 26 episodes a year. These arcs are roughly 100 episodes.
Yeah, that's
per
true.
arc, roughly. Granted, of course, Toei artificially lengthens the arcs by putting heavy recap in each episode, and they're claiming they're going to now avoid that. But if we cut out the heavy recaps in each episode, where it makes arcs maybe 100 episodes, I think that will reduce it to 70 something, 50 something at best. But if it's 50 something, that means minimum we're going to have 2 years of one arc minimum. Like, nah, dog, this is some bullshit. Like, I want One Piece to be done, because I think One Piece is the final long running anime series that I'm watching. Everything else is finished. Naruto finished, Bleach finished, anything else which was long running. F my hero. But I mean things which, back from the old day when anime used to be weekly. All of the giants are mostly done. One Piece is one of the few last standing ones. Like, let's get it out of the way. Let's get all the dinosaurs gone, so we can have seasonal anime. I hate seasonal anime, but everything is going seasonal. So, and in this new seasonal era, I don't watch long running things. The shorter the better. If it's long running, I get scared away unless it's already finished. But yeah, One Piece gonna be changing its formats going on next year. It's such a shame.
Yeah. Oh well, maybe it's just a sign that Oda's getting tired, Doug. Or I don't know. Who knows? Maybe with it being shorter in episodes, it's going to be more action packed. Cut out all the long ass explanations of build up for the arc. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. But wait.
Potentially, you're right.
Yeah, we'll see. Kojo, you got anything, bro?
Nope.
Neither do I. And you know what that means, y'all? let's dive right into the gaming news. Max, what you got for us, dog?
Let's begin by talking about everybody's favorite company, Nintendo. So it was recently revealed or recently announced that you know how Nintendo went on a patent spree of, yeah, we all know that, right?
Yeah, I recall.
Yes. So this whole patent thing, I'm not going to get bogged down into why they're doing it. I think we all know why. But they were making several patents in the US and in Japan because obviously different territories, and those are its two major territories. And part of the patent stuff is to sue Palworld. So in Japan, it was recently announced that the patent Nintendo filed to be able to capture animals in a bowl and summon them has been rejected. This specific patent is not attached to the Palworld legality stuff, but it is, or let me say it's not directly attached, but it is indirectly attached where it connects to some of the other stuff. So it might be a sign that the other patents Nintendo filed for won't be successful. And if they're not successful, then that means Palworld could potentially go back to its previous form. Because as you know, when all of this emerged, Palworld brought in some updates and made changes to protect itself while it challenges Nintendo in court. So hopefully Nintendo loses this one. And the fact that it was in Japan where it was rejected, hopefully the US has more brains than it usually shows. And the same thing happens, but we shall see. Then, switching up a gear and changing company focus on companies, let us look at Xbox. So this week, Xbox quarterly earnings took place, where it was revealed that in terms of hardware, Xbox has been making reduced earnings, which is not surprising. Everybody was expecting that, and it's been the case for a couple of years now, a couple of quarterly earnings now. Whereas also in game purchases, I believe it also had a reduction, but in digital sales and digital product, there was a 1% increase. And with this earnings thing, as you'll probably remember his name, Matt Booty, he made a very curious statement, a similar to statement to what Phil Spencer once said long ago during a period not many people were listening, and so not many people even remember it, when Phil Spencer was once asked about the rivalry with Sony and other console manufacturers, and he said that that's not that competition. That competition is more so Amazon and Google. To me, that statement made sense. And it also showed me, like, when Microsoft have been making all these moves, they haven't really surprised me because they're more so in line with what Phil Spencer said several years ago. Although I've always said that Phil Spencer and what's his name? God Howard are very good talkers, marketers. They'll say all the right things to get people excited, whatnot, wada. But Booty recently made a similar comment to what Phil Spencer said, saying that the console space is not their direct rivals, but short video, TikTok, and things like that is more so its competition. Where I'm like, huh? I don't get that. And then in these quarterly earning report stuff, the Microsoft CEO was speaking about the direction Xbox is heading and what they're trying to do. I doubled down on Booty's comments saying that short videos are their exact competitors, where it's like TikTok, Netflix, movie production. I'm like, huh? Because he's saying something about other formats is the actual competition for Xbox, and I'm like, but you make games. How are other formats your competition? That don't make sense.
Yep, just make it on the
So
shits.
I'm, bruh, like I'm left there scratching my head, where it's like, if they were talking about technology companies and stuff like that, I'll be like, all right, cool. You're looking at expanding the format of your technology, all this stuff, because with the whole Phil Spencer thing, when he was talking about Amazon and Google, because that was the time when Google Stadia was coming out, when he made that comment. So it's like, okay, yeah, you're more interested in trying to have your games available everywhere. The whole thing, this is an Xbox and all different things. And with regards to this as an Xbox, it was also revealed that it was pushed from the Microsoft side, with Xbox's current plans and trajectory was stemming from the Microsoft side, where they were given a directive that, hey, we are expecting a 30% earning recall from you guys, which is insane, because in the gaming space, games don't typically make back 30%. Usually you are supposed to expect around 10% or 8% or something like that from earnings from your investment in games. And Nintendo, amongst all the companies, is the one who makes the most back because of low costs, low wages, and also high prices to all that stuff, and how things don't change prices. Yet Nintendo doesn't even make 30% themselves. So Microsoft demanding from the Xbox division that there's a 30% return is insane. And it can sort of explain why they're going through full third-party publishers and all of these other moves to try and increase earning call. And obviously this stems from the Activision acquisition, where Microsoft wants to see return on its investment, and it hasn't necessarily been seeing it, so it's putting more pressure on Xbox and all of this shit. So it's a shit show and a cascading effect. And it puts to question the future of Xbox. But yeah, all of that is going on. And it's just like, yeah, who knows what to make of all of this?
What I
Yep.
can make
So
from
that's
it
that
is
on
that,
the. Mhm.
no, I was gonna say, like, what I can make of it is that, like, my decision to either go PS or Xbox is steadily getting chosen for me, bro. I'm worried with all these shits that are happening.
Yeah, nah, it is. And now we're being artificially forced to have a whole Nintendo versus Sony battle, where it really doesn't make sense. And I've been seeing on social media, especially Twitter, Sony fanboys trying to dunk on Nintendo, and Nintendo fanboys trying to dunk on Sony. I'm just like, this is so fucking stupid. Like,
Yeah.
it's not a direct comparison. You can't really compare the two, because the niche and the strategies are dramatically different. Nintendo has no impact on Sony. However they do poorly or well for themselves, the same way Sony has no impact on Nintendo, however poorly or well they do for themselves. Microsoft was more important for Sony. And it's a dangerous situation if Sony is left unchecked and alone in this space, because we've seen Nintendo being scummy. People are feeling it's only started now, but Nintendo have been scummy for the longest time. It's just that now, while being scummy, the games they're producing is not as great as they used to be. One. Two, they're not as many great games as they used to be. Three, they don't have as many faces in Nintendo who are well beloved or liked from the community as they used to. So now it's harder to defend Nintendo, which I'm loving, because I've disliked Nintendo for decades. Not even years, decades. I've disliked Nintendo. So me, injected in my vein. But we can see Sony have been scummy themselves, and Sony have had instances like there's checks and balances with these gaming companies. There's always that era where they become arrogant, sales decrease, they have to humble themselves, sales improve, and it goes up and down. With that said, excuse me. With that said, Sony have been getting scummy Nintendo style, where they're putting exorbitant prices and nothing is putting them in check. And if there's nothing to put them in check, like Xbox or something like that, that's day of a consumer. I don't purchase Nintendo shit. So when Nintendo's being scummy, I just laugh and I'm like, yeah, I've always felt they've been like this. I don't purchase the shit, so I don't really care. Sony being scummy, I had the luxury of saying, F you, Sony, I'm gonna buy some Xbox shit. Same way, if Xbox, what the F is this? I'm gonna buy Sony shit. Nintendo, you don't have that comfort. And if Xbox goes, we're not gonna have that comfort with Sony, and that's dangerous. And that's something I do not look forward to. So yeah, let's see where this goes. But I had one more thing to go over. Don't remember what the hell it was. I thought I had written it down. Turns out I didn't write it down. So that's my B. So yeah, I'm done.
Oh, okay. I was hoping you'd remember. By the way, thanks, man. Koji, you got any news?
No chance.
Gojira, you got any news, bro?
One. So, tell me, ever heard of a game called New World? A tournament?
Yes.
Did you ever play it?
No, I can't afford it.
Oh. Well, maybe you can soon. Maybe it'll go on sale because Amazon Games, the creators of New World Aeternum, have announced that they are no longer going to be making new content for the game.
That was quick.
Well, listen to this quote. So, they said, and I quote, "After 4 years of steady content updates and a major new console release, we've reached a point where it is no longer sustainable to continue supporting the game with new content updates. The recently launched Season 10 and Night Haven updates will serve as the final content release for New World on PC and consoles. It is only after much consideration that we've reached this decision." End quote. And they've said a bunch of things. They said Night Haven is going to be free for everybody. I think it's the new expansion or whatever. And they put up a frequently asked questions thing, questions and answers for players to go look at if they have any concerns. So things about if there'll be sunset in the game, things about refunds and things like that. And this is probably a result of the layoffs that happened at Amazon, the recent Amazon layoffs. Where's the number? I had the number here. Give me 2 seconds. Yeah, so Amazon apparently laid off 14,000 employees, and a bunch of them are under Amazon Games. And now obviously Amazon Games, as I said, made New World Aeternum. So that's probably the reason why they are not sunsetting. Oof, that's not a good word. Sorry. That's why they're ceasing to release new content for New World. And yeah, there was something else about this I wanted to mention. So they're focusing on their AAA development. It's going to take a hit, and they're going to be focusing more on other things like Amazon Luna, which I'm not really sure what it is, but where's his name? Steve Boom, which is Amazon's vice president of audio, Twitch, and games. He confirmed the layoffs, and he said that the layoffs are part of, the sweeping cuts at Amazon, but they also represent strategic changes that go beyond what is happening company-wide. And they said, they're going to deliver the best gaming experiences to customers while leaning into the things that Amazon does best. So things like cloud stuff, I guess. So he said, and I quote, "While we're proud of our successes in first-party AAA game development and publishing, we have made a difficult decision to halt a significant amount of our first-party AAA game development work, specifically around MMOs, with Amazon Game Studios, including making significant role reductions in our studios in Irving and San Diego, as well as our central publishing team," end quote. But Boom said that Amazon is still working on the new Tomb Raider game with Crystal Dynamics and a bunch of other things. So yeah, that's pretty much it for the New World / Amazon stuff, and that's it for my news.
Yeah, my only reason why I could never play New World is also the specs, bro. My PC, I don't know. I don't think it can handle it. But wait now, what makes me excited if it's gonna go free for peeps and they're not gonna do like any new content. I wonder if then they're gonna allow for the IP to be modded. Because now that's show me that would be lit. Yo, a modded New World.
What's it called? Referred to stop killing games. Lol.
Yeah. But is modding games really killing them? I don't know. No, because dude, the private servers of Red Dead Redemption 2 are super fun. I'd rather obviously play any Rockstar Online modded server than the actual servers. Because the shenanigans that go on, bro. Oh wait, I don't have any gaming news, so I guess we can jump into the gaming corner. What releases have we had, Koji?
Where is it now? Okay. Game releases. First up, we have a game called The Seance of Blake Manor, PC detective game, October 27th, 2025. Currently sitting at a 90 on Metacritic. Next up, we have a game called Recreation. It's an open world racing game, October 28th, 2025, PC, PS5, Xbox Series, sitting at a 70 on Metacritic. The next, we have 2 Point Museum, the Nintendo Switch 2 version. It's a management game, October 28th, 2025, currently sitting at an 84 on Metacritic. Next, we have Simon the Sorcerer Origins, PC, PS5, PS4, Xbox Series, Xbox One, Nintendo Switch adventure game, October 28th, 2025, currently sitting at a 77 on Metacritic. Next, we have Halls of Torment, PS5, Xbox Series. It's a horde survival game, October 28th, console versions, 2025, currently sitting at 88 on Metacritic. Then we have one of the big, I would say it's one of the big ones of the year, The Outer Worlds 2, PC, PS5, Xbox Series, action RPG, October 29th, official release, 2025, currently sitting at what do you guys think?
68.
Okay. Maximilian?
76.
Okay. Maxwell's the closest, is sitting at an 83.
Oh.
That's better than I expected.
So seems like people like it. I've been watching a few gameplay here and there. It seems better than the first. In terms of like, it looks this, anyway, I haven't played it. What can I say? Anyway, so next up, we have Virtua Fighter 5 Revo World Stage, which is like a re-release. PS5, Xbox Series, Nintendo Switch 2 is a fighting game. October 30th, 2025, currently sitting at 75 on Metacritic. Next, we have the Mortal Kombat Legacy Collection. PC, PS5, PS4, Xbox Series, Xbox One, Nintendo Switch 2, and Nintendo Switch compilation game, which features some of the classic or all of the classic or majority of the classic Mortal Kombat games, from Mortal Kombat 1, 2, 3, the arcade versions, the Game Boy Advance versions, to a bunch of other games, different versions of each one. Like, it seems very robust, and you can play online as well. It's October 30th, 2025, currently sitting at an 89 on Metacritic. Then lastly, we have Dragon Quest 1+2 HD 2D Remake, PC, PS5, Xbox Series, Nintendo Switch 2 and Nintendo Switch compilation RPG game, October 30th, 2025, currently sitting at an 84 on Metacritic. And yeah, that's it for my releases of the week in the gaming corner. What about y'all?
No new game releases. Dude, I really should be giving No Man's Sky new patch, like a squiz. I don't know, maybe Sunday. Max, you got any gaming corner stuff?
Nah.
Alright, thanks, Kojis. That brings us to the halfway section. Listen, y'all, if you are liking the show, please do give a like and subscribe. Alright, moving on. Got quite a lot. Firstly, in the previous episode, we mentioned how Justin Bieber revealed that he's now going to be streaming on Twitch. Suffice to say that the man who's trying to recover his emotional soul, he didn't like the comments that he would get. Mind you, for those who missed out, Justin Bieber is trying to stream on Twitch every single day. That was his promise to joining in October, stating that he's going to stream every day, or pretty much every day, trying to, you know, put some commitment on it, but you know, just because he's celeb, dog, doesn't mean he's immune to like the internet, dog. Yeah, the negative comments that were just flying through, bruh, shame. But you know what? He's gonna be okay. So essentially, what ended up happening is like he was just opening up about the comments on Twitch, like whilst he's live. And then like, yeah, it was just saying like some shit just really hurts, like went straight to the heart. You know, going on Twitch is just hella vulnerable. Well, I mean, of course, you know, and he's like, you can't even feel shitty on Twitch because, I mean, people just start to write mean ass shit. So like, it's tough to protect yourself. I was just like, oh, dude, many people go through this, bro. You're gonna be strong. And then yeah, further updates we have on the whole Emiru versus Mizkif situation. So yeah, if you guys didn't watch the rest of the video, go watch. I don't want to, you know, give too much spoilers, so I'll try my best. But anyways, in the midst of everything that was said, OTK has now come out in support of Emiru, and even confirms what most of us would have been thinking. I mean, I knew man was booted from OTK. I knew it. I just didn't know it happened in 2023, dog. But because of the incident whereby he was allegedly trying to cover up the sensual, how did I say in the previous episode? Sensual vault. Yes. Right? The SA, as they call it, when he was trying to cover up the SA between Crazy Slick and Adriana Lee. So I knew, because when they said, yeah, no, he'll be put on suspension, you know, all that shit and whatnot. Man, that's just another code for like he was fired. Just niggas sugarcoating shit. And then yeah, they also took all his shares. So he has no shares in like any part of the company, or the company itself, even though he's a co-founder. So yeah, man. Yeah, shout out to OTK, I suppose. And then also Emiru pretty much just has now removed all OTK branding from like all of our social media. So it's over, y'all. And then another update with Kojo. Did we cover the Nina Lin in the previous episode? Or was that just
I don't
us chatting?
think we did.
Shit. Okay, quick context for all y'all. Nina Lin, can I mention race? I can, right? That's not racist.
Well, I mean, you can, but does it play a part?
No, not really. Okay, so Nina Lin is a streamer. Well, not even a streamer. I'd say she's just a content creator that's known by streamers and shit. So she has like a gangster persona, you know, straight out from Brooklyn. You know what I'm saying? Like in the hood, but she ain't hood. She's just, I don't know what you call her, man. A glam girl, I guess. But anyways, so she came under fire recently after a clip from last year pretty much resurfaced. This was where she and another influencer, Zoe Spencer, were pretty much physically restraining. Let's say that, physically restraining FaZe Silky's assistant Saeed before pinning him to a bed without his consent, and despite others in the room reminding the girls that they didn't have his consent, they still continued and said, you know, like remarks like, oh, what man wouldn't enjoy what's happening right now? You're a bitch. You don't even want to like take on two women, you know. So yeah. Anyways, so there's your context. Now, jumping on the, you know, I'm gonna chime in and say some shit that I want to say. Disguised host, right? AKA Jeremy Wang, who was part of Offline TV. I think he is still part of it. I'm not even sure if Offline TV is still a thing, but anyways, main man, and he was like fucking God at Among Us, Jesus. But yeah, anyways, so he also had an encounter with Nina Lin that made him extremely uncomfortable. So he was going to go get a massage from a physical therapist, and obviously, you know, streaming it and whatnot. Nina Lin is joining in just as a friend, you know, to just chill with them and whatnot. But then he being disguised host had not actually met Nina. Nina was just part of the entourage that was just going to go film the whole massage at the physical therapist. Weird content creators, I know. Anyways, obviously when it was time for him to like lie on the table with his gluteus maximus, you know, pointing up and the legs and the shit, Nina Lynn would like every now and then like reach over to try like grab some ass. While this guy's toast is lying on the table, you know, passing it off as a joke, and everyone's just like, stop, you're distracting the therapy session. I was like, oh my god, you know, whilst this guy's toast is like uncomfortable as shit. So I'm just like, dog, you could have I'll square up, dog. But yeah, I get it. You know, you're on live stream, you've got like a brand to protect and all this shit. So then yeah, he put out a tweet saying, well, pretty much explaining the whole situation. So yeah. Nina Lynn is yet to respond, but yeah, we'll see how that goes. I mean, she's obviously already dealing with the flag. And then lastly, if you haven't already heard, BBL Jizzy and Aiden Ross and Steak, and I'm not talking about the meat, pause, they're basically getting sued in a class action lawsuit against Steak over gambling streams, right? Should I even go into all of it, man? Look, the best person to explain most of it is XQC and Asmund Gold. If you guys want to go check out their videos, but I'll try, you know, do it quick, fast. Anyways, so essentially what then happened is, okay, so the lawsuit that's being filed against Stake.us, and it's a class action lawsuit, if you all know what that means and all that shit. So yeah, it's up against Drake as well as Aiden Ross, accusing them of promoting illegal online casino gambling on Kick to mislead US customers. According to the documents, a lot of people have pretty much lost money gambling on Stake's platform because it was hyped up by Aiden Ross as well as Drake. And as a result of the defendants' wrongful wrongful trade practices. So it basically claims that Aiden Ross and Drake misled their viewers by presenting their high-stake gambling streams on Kick as personal wagers. So essentially it's like, if you had to, how can I say, you had to be sponsored by like a casino, right? They want you to sponsor their platform. Yeah, it's so nice to use, this and this. It's easy. You got cool wins, sign up bonuses and all this type of stuff. People sign up, deposit like a shit ton amount of money because they're promised they'll get like commission fees and whatnot, and then that just never happens. And on top of that, you know, the system is buggy as fuck and it's shit, as well as the whole profits that you can get on top of your bets is just not real. Because with Aiden Ross and Drake, I mean, it's easy for them who are being sponsored to just be like, hey guys, make our account like look flashy as shit, make us look like we worked hard for that shit, you know what I'm saying? And that we just so lucky to get all this. And then for every single referral that they get, all these sucker viewers who watch their stream to get onto, man, so many legal risks involved with what they're doing, but we'll see how that goes. Yeah, so you guys can go check out more about that on the interwebs. Otherwise, I'm gonna be here for life. Ever, I was watching Legal Eagle, and he did mention that he wanted to put something out on this, so I'm keeping an eye out on his videos as well. But yeah, as you guys may or may not have known, actually, the Stake platform is actually owned by Kick. So already, dude, Kick gets like a bad vibe, but Kick strikes me as that type of platform that gets a bad rep, but they just don't fucking care. I mean, my guys, they even in Formula 1. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that's pretty much all I have on content creator news. Kojo, you got anything?
I would like to add to your BBL busy thing. Two things. One, part of the fraud case is that they are gambling on house money. So yeah, it's basically they're in a win-win situation for themselves. If they lose the money, that was never their money to begin with. Stake gave them that money. And if they win, then they make extra money. And that goes to explain why you would have Aiden Ross and Drake always posting up about these exorbitant bets of them putting in so much money on teams or shit like that. And you'll be looking like, these dudes have a gambling problem. So that's where it's misleading of, no, they never had a gambling problem. It's just they were always winning. Whatever the outcome was, there was nothing to them. Then The second thing is that Aiden Ross recently just quit Stake. Apparently, and it looks like he thinks that's going to protect him, but the dude's a dumbass because he's already knee deep, regardless of what his actions are now. He's already caught up in the lawsuit, so the ramifications will be there. But I think these are actions made of when the lawsuit kicks into effect. His lawyers and him can defend himself by saying that, look, he's quit, but then that could also be used against him to say those are the actions of a guilty person. So we'll see how that goes. And apparently he's trying to tell Drake to also quit. But yeah.
We'll see how that goes.
That's all we're probably only going to see the results of this somewhere around next year. These things usually take around 6 months to kick into effect.
Wait, thanks, man. Kojo, you got anything?
Nothing on my own, just 3 things to add on to your things, Tommy. The first one, I could be very wrong, but you said that Stake is owned by Kick. I think it's the other way around.
Oh yeah, you're right. Kick is on my Stake. Yes.
Right. The second thing,
yeah.
The second thing, you mentioned about Miskiff and why he got kicked out of OTK. I don't think that is the whole covering up is the reason why he got kicked out, because I remember I'm loosely, not that I'm following it, but like I look at Reddit when I'm doing nothing and it just pops up and I just anyway. So Asmon Gold said, because he's obviously was part of OTK, so he's seen a lot of this stuff. He's firsthand seen this stuff, and he said that all of that stuff was not why Miskiff was kicked out of OTK. He said that there's one person who is going to, or he has permission from one person to speak about why Miz was kicked out of OTK. But Asmongold said he's going to wait for that person to speak about it. If that person doesn't speak up about it, then he will speak up about it. He didn't give a timeline.
I saw the video. Wasn't it, what's her name? I think there is a video that's already out, like as of today.
Oh, shit. Who made it?
Yeah. So 19 hours ago, as of this recording.
Oh, I think I know that video. It's that woman.
Yeah.
And she's wearing like a striped jersey or something.
Yes.
Yeah, no, that was something else. Okay. That was she was explaining, because she was hired by OTK, because she said she was a fan of OTK and she worked in like TV behind the scenes type of stuff. So she was hired by OTK to help create one of their events, which was their 1 year anniversary event. And she was basically describing how that went and how it was a bit of a mess, to say the least. Even Asmongold was reacting to it. He said, yeah, Asmongold was like, no, that event did not go well. And she was also speaking about it, but she was trying to mainly talk about her experience with Miskiff. So that isn't really, because I thought that was why that video was like, oh, the video why he got kicked out. So I watched it, but that's not why he was kicked out. So I'm still waiting for that video, because I want to know. I'm curious. Like guilty. Like I really shouldn't care about internet drama. It's nonsense, but I'm kind of curious as to why he was kicked out. I'm kind of curious. I would be lying if I said I wasn't. So that's my second thing. And the third thing is the Nina and Zoe thing. So when the footage came out, a lot of people were pressuring Twitch to ban them or do something, And so Twitch took action and banned them for 1 day.
24 hours.
And people were not happy. People were like, so looks like the punishment for, I can't believe I'm going to say this, sensual assault. Jesus Christ, Tommy.
Yeah, boy.
The punishment for that is just 1 day ban. Whereas other people have been banned for just jokes for a longer period of time or whatever. So yeah, I just wanted to add those few things. Zoe, from what I could tell, Zoe was more apologetic. Nina was doubling down. Maybe she's changed her tune about that, but Anyway, yeah, that's me.
She's got to remain a thug about it. Oh yeah, thanks, man. I don't have any esports. I haven't actually caught up with the current Twitch stage of League of Legends for the World Championships, but I mean, I've got a good weekend ahead of me. You know what I'm saying? So, boys gonna get some nice snacks and get right on that shit. Then I'll let y'all know in the next episode. Kojo, got any esports?
2 things. So, in the world of Street Fighter, a bit of sad-ish. No, it's not sad-ish. It is sad news. So, the reigning Capcom Cup champion, his name is Kakeru Watanabe, or professionally known as just Kakeru. He has announced his retirement from competitive play altogether. He has cited a neural dysfunction.
Neural dysfunction.
Yeah. Whatever that means. I'm not a doctor. I know it has something to do with the brain, I guess. So that's as far as my medicine goes. Yeah. So he cited that as a reason. He said he has to take care of his health, and he's pulled out. No, he pulled out. So he stepped away from some events, and then he finally said, "Okay, I'm stepping away from competing altogether." He's also stepping away from his team, Zeta Division. I believe he's stepping away from that team, and he said, go support the other members of Zeta Division as they compete in Street Fighter as well. A lot of people have come out and expressed their sadness and wished him the best. And he came out and he was like, "Oh, thank you for all the positive messages. Even though I'm not going to be competing professionally, I still plan to do some streams here and there. So come join," and things like that. So, wishing him nothing but the best. It sounds serious.
Yeah, GG's.
So, yeah. But yeah, he's a brilliant Street Fighter player. He is so dope. So yeah, it's sad to see him go out like this, but hey man, take care of your health. You come first. The trophies and all of the other stuff doesn't mean anything compared to your health.
Amen.
And then lastly, Halo. We haven't spoken about Halo in a while. And more specifically the Halo Championship Series. I believe this is the last Halo Infinite. No, the last time Halo Infinite will be used in the Halo Championship Series. I don't know if this is the last Halo Championship Series or the last time Halo Infinite will be used as the title, if that makes sense. I'm making
Splitgate.
Good one.
You never know.
That's a whole other kettle of fish. But anyway, so yes, so Halo Infinite. The Halo Championship Series. It happened this past week. Shopify Rebellion took home the win over the favorites, or I think they were the favorites. I only watched like 2 seconds of it. OTK Gaming. They beat OTK Gaming 4-1, which is quite the beating. Because I think OTK won the last one. I could be wrong though. But anyway, the reason why I was watching this, not that I hate Halo or anything, but I was watching it because they were announcing the next project of Halo. Like, stick around, watch the tournament, and then halfway through the tournament, we're going to speak about the next project that Halo Studios is working on. I was like, oh, next project, cool, awesome. I'm not sure Maxwell already knows this, but I sent it to the group. They announced that they were remaking or are remaking the campaign for Halo 1. Halo Combat Evolved. They're calling it Halo Campaign Evolved. And I was just sitting there and I'm like, they hyped it up, that announcement, for that. I was low-key touched, I'm not gonna lie. But another big thing was that Halo is going to be on PlayStation moving forward. And so some people were like, jokingly, Halo on PlayStation? Man, that means Mario's coming next, boy. That kind of thing.
It better, dog. It better.
Dude, it's a joke. I don't see that. So someone joked. Someone was like, that's never going to happen. And then someone commented and was like, yeah, we said it about Halo all those years ago. two decades ago, almost, or over 2 decades ago, if my math is right. But anyway, I'm going off track. The main thing was the esports, which is the Halo Championship Series. So, seeing as this is the last time Halo Infinite is going to be used as the game, I'm assuming there's going to be a new game coming out before the next Championship Series. Either that or there's going to be a break on the Championship Series. One of the two. So we'll see how that goes. And yeah, that's it for my esports news.
Wait, thanks, King. Max, dare I ask? Do you have anything, bro?
No.
Hey. Right, away. Well, ladies and germs, that brings us to the end of the episode. And we appreciate y'all for listening. If you haven't already, please shoot a like and subscribe. Goes a long way, and we appreciate that. Anyways, happy spooky season, y'all. Yeah. Any new horror games that have come out? I don't even recall. Nowadays, most of the horror
Tormented
games.
Souls 2. Check that
good?
one out. Check it out.
Alright, okay. I'll give it a squiz. For a young look. Yeah, otherwise I'll just play whatever I can find that's not
Oh, dude, Amnesia the Bunker is on Epic Games, bro.
Amnesia the Bunker. Oh, dope. Oh, wait.
Wait, either that or was on. No, wait. I think that was. No, wait. I think that was last. I think that was last week.
I mean, I'm still looking for peeps to play Outlast Trials, you know what I'm saying?
Never gonna happen. Sorry. I mean, for
but
me
it's-
personally,
it's-
me,
But it's easy.
me, never gonna happen.
Wow.
Bruh, I'm nah. Fam. That's all you, bruh. That's all you, my nigga.
I think it's because, like, if it's multiplayer, I feel more calm. It's the same like with
Yeah.
Elden Ring, Night Rain. I feel calm when I'm with my peeps. With my peepee. Wow. My peeps.
My PP.
Nuts. Hey, dog. It's with me always. Alright, but y'all, hey, thank you so much for listening in. We'll check you on the next episode. And yeah, stay good, stay frosty, and stay connected. Cheers, man. Hey.